I come to you still working on identity. The people that communicate with me um, are sometimes identified with a part of them that's dying and miserable. And I'm not meaning anyone in particular, okay? I'm speaking generally. So, who are you? Who am I? The part of us that's miserable is not our heart. When we're in heart and we look at things, we see the beauty in all of it. So if you're not seeing beauty in what you're looking on, then I suggest that you'd have a better perspective if you found your way into heart. Heart isn't the be-all and the end-all of everything that I know of. I find it as an open doorway, as a portal. See, now I just lost hearing in my right ear and I'm hearing a tone in my left ear. Isn't that interesting? There's so little that we know. Or have access to of what we know while we're working with these body, mind vehicles. For whatever reasons, a lot is blocked off from their awareness. I'm finding I have less trouble with this. Maybe due to more acceptance and allowing, just allowing of what is. I mean, you can't change it anyway. You can beat your head bloody against the wall, mourning it. But maybe if we'll just allow and accept what is, that will be the portal into a different perspective. Just a shift in vision can change a lifetime. I mean, what happens to people when they have these near-death experiences? Their vision shifts. Their life isn't any different. Their body isn't any different. Nothing is different when they come back except their perspective. So a perspective shift can be really huge. Some people have trouble with coming into a recognition of not knowing. I know I did. I mean, I have 4 college degrees. And so we get convinced that we know things. And it's tricky to find out that we don't. We just think we know things. The mind knows things, but we're not the mind. And we have ways of knowing that are so far higher and deeper than mind can conceive of. And so it's the little self that thinks it's the mind that's dying, that's discovering that its whole world is a fake and a phony. Everything it thought it knew is like sand between the fingers, or mercury even. Try to hold that. I used to play with mercury when I was a kid. Had an uncle who was a plumber. It's fun to play with. I know it's toxic, but it's fun to play with. Oh, it's so heavy. It's amazing. Anyway, not as a way to run away from misery, but I'm going to suggest that all of your misery is based in the mind. And if you'll do some observing, you'll find that it's mind that's miserable because its whole world is collapsing around its ears. And it's thinking, oh shit! And it has nothing to really grasp onto. And so it's freaking out. And the thing is not to identify with it, but to kind of take 3 paces back and watch it with compassion. I mean, suffering is suffering. And in a way, anything that seems like it's not you, that's only a seeming, because there's only one. So we're always working with these 2 sides of the coin that are ridiculously different and yet both true at the same time. And so we must be higher dimensional in order to safely and comfortably and peacefully contain both. And I have found the portal to that through heart. But keep in mind, I live a very peaceful lifestyle here. I don't so much as go shopping, but about once every couple of months. So I'm not challenged and tested like, the average bear is. As in yogi. Going back to my childhood there. So I just wanted to say, if you're coming from a place of misery, just know that you're in mind. Doesn't take the misery away, but it softens it. Because it's every bit of self-knowledge that we gain is an illumination. And it helps us step back and disidentify, which I think is a really cool place to be in, this disidentification, in preparation for rising into higher consciousness. We're leaving this behind anyway, but it needn't be quite so miserable. The misery, again, is from identifying with what is false and not real, which is, in its own way, dying for many of us right now. Okay, I actually managed to say something in a reasonably short time. I think I'll call a halt. Good day.